Hello creation, I hope you're well. I've just written this. It's called The Truth Beyond the Fake. To the layman of the spirit realm, I thank you for your presence, be that of the physical or of illuminescent. I acknowledge all involvement with life's journey for this soul, who walked within the prison of the mind until released upon parole. Multidimensional gifted abilities are now to come online, to keep the mind focused, relying upon the self all of the time. We grow within the potency of this realm of energetic expression, to ultimately release the illusion of need for the external confession. And daily do the taskmasters try to quell the spreading fire by lavish promise of material gain and wealth beyond desire, only to be weakened by those who slept but now awake, who now see all illusions and see the truth beyond the fake. As old fades to distant and realities emerge, all ascend beyond the sun where love sets to converge, releasing chains of bondage that the mind did put in place. No more to reap of negative, no more the soul disgraced. Temptation has been neutralized, all concepts are understood, and the liquidation of separation sees it made obsolete for good. Sorry, I could hardly read that. Let me read that bit again. Temptation has been neutralized, all concepts are understood, and the liquidation of separation sees it made obsolete for good. Then begins a brand new consciousness, born through hearts becoming lighter, each one to shed their skin of old, becoming ever brighter. Learning from the learned, as the learned leads the way, to distinguish acts by spiritual royal decree, impossible to delay. All is in divine timing, and is going according to the divine schedule. To not have faith and trust the path would be the action of the fool. So open up the loving heart and set all indifference aside. You shall have to take the next step someday. There's nowhere you can hide. Discipline is called for. 'Tis a call for you to trust. If you don't give it a go, you will never know. So give it a go before you turn to dust. What's that saying? 100% of shots not taken don't hit the target. It's on that little wisdom calendar that I've got over there. Yeah. So, and it's true, isn't it? If you don't give it, I've said it for years, if you don't give it a go, you never know. So you might as well try. Many successes have been built upon many failures. Or should I say some successes have been built upon many failures. And all it takes is one success to make it all worthwhile. Do you know, years ago, it is a long time ago, it was probably in the 1990s sometime, I went and played. I went on holiday for a week. I went to it was somewhere in Portugal. I can't remember where. Went with my then partner, wife, and my sister and husband. And on the very last day, was it the last day? It was the day before we were going home. We played golf. I'd played before, but that week. But gradually my back had got worse and worse and worse. and I could barely walk. It had got to the stage where I could barely walk. I couldn't hit a shot really, and it was a terrible round, and I was in so much pain. I could barely walk. I'd got really my back was just, I don't know what I'd done, I sprained it somehow. And it came to the last putt, and the green was on a slope, and I was probably, thinking about it now, maybe 15-20 yards away from the hole. So I just, and all I wanted to do was just finish. Do you know, I sank it. I sank the putt. I hit the ball, and it was just like it was as if it were made to go in, because everything else prior to that putt faded into insignificance. It was shittest round of golf I'd ever played in my life. Not that I'm a golfer, I'm not, don't get me wrong, but I have had more than one or two games in my life. But I tell you what, that was just it was the worst game I'd ever played, and that was the last putt, and it would have been befitting Tiger Woods, you know, when he was on form. It was superb, it really was. More luck than judgment, I think. Bit of divine intervention there, wasn't it? So, yeah, so, and I've forgotten what we're telling you. So, that's called The Truth Beyond the Fake. I've lost my thread now. I can't remember what we're telling you. About if you don't give it a go, you never know. And that's so true, isn't it? That's so true. There's many times in life when we have opportunities, and you know, we haven't taken them. If there's an opportunity there, and as long as it's not at anybody else's cost, you know, one way or another, in any form, emotionally or any other form, then we should take that chance, you know, whatever it is. We should do, really. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it, how sometimes we can hold back. I mean, I'm thinking about things what have happened in the past, with myself particularly, and there was this one time, oh man, I just felt the urge to, I'd gone to the Playhouse, it was, in Leeds. I think it was the Playhouse, and there was an opera on, and they had the screen up where people could sing, and people were singing, and I really, the urge was phenomenal for me to get up and do me, you know, operatic voice that I can sometimes, well, could in them days, I could utilise, call upon it, as it were. And I didn't do it, but I tell you what, because do you know why? Because I was worried about what the person sat at the side of me would think. So I didn't do it. When my soul was screaming out to do it, I didn't do it. Now if I'd have done it, and I'd have hit it, you know, which it would have been a 99% at that time, 99%, well, probably best part of 100%, well, it is, isn't it? But I would have nailed it. I know I would. I'd have nailed it, absolutely nailed it. What they were singing, I'd have nailed it. And I could really project my voice in them days, you know. Might have been a different path. I'd have still been, I don't doubt I'd have still been doing this sort of thing now, you know. But it might have taken a different path. Might have had a bit more bob in my pocket. I might have done. You know. But anyway, we should take those chances, you know, as long as it's not at anyone else's cost in any way. And we should, because if you don't give it a go, you never know. Anyway, just chit-chatting. So, wherever you are in the world, take your chances, be love. Yeah, because there's too much of that other stuff. And we will make a difference for the better. That's it for now. Take care.